Hi, my name's Tony, and I own Black Magic Motorsports. Today, I'm going to show you and my friend, Deaf Car Guy, my shop. First, I need to find my car. So this is my 1997 Volkswagen Golf. Its nickname is Dashoopdee. Actually, just made sure that that nickname's going to stick around forever. I call it Dashoopdee because it's got kind of a rat rod feel to it. It's been spray painted flat black, as have all my other cars. I ground in the big rusty Volkswagen logo into the hood. It's actually a front flip hood that I made myself. I haven't seen another one like it, and it was just kind of a bad idea I had and went with it many years ago. I originally purchased the car for 500 bucks, thinking that it was something I was going to fix up and flip. I've always been a Volkswagen guy since I got my first Mark IV Jetta. I've owned a half a dozen since then. And this car caught my eye. I like the boxy look of the Mark III. It was something I hadn't owned before, and it was just kind of the right price. And throughout the process of fixing it up and getting ready to try and sell it, I fell in love with it and decided to keep it. So since I decided to keep it, the 8-valve engine, the original 2.0 8-valve, has been ripped out of it and replaced with an ABA 16-valve turbo that I built myself. It's an OBD1 bottom end. It's got forged internals, bored 40 over. Everything's been lightened and balanced by Kingsley Automotive. The head I built myself with a bunch of Tektronix tuning parts, cams, valve springs, all the good stuff. The original HY35 whole set turbo that I had on it blew up right around the end of last season, and I've been spending some time swapping that out for a GT3582R and installing a staged water meth injection kit that I got from my buddy Scott over at USRT. He's been a huge help with a bunch of the finer points of building power on an obscure engine like this. Anything you see custom, the intake manifold and a lot of the other fine machined parts were done by my buddy Pat White over at MDM Machine. The guy does awesome work, and he's really helped me pull off a lot of the crazy ideas I've had throughout building this car. So we were going to keep this a surprise, but I don't think I'm going to be making it to Dust Off this year to unveil the car like I'd planned. So I figured we'd go ahead and make a video and show you guys what we've been up to and why you haven't really seen any of the progress that I've been doing over the winter. So we've been installing an OpticWorks wide body kit on it, which is actually for the European trimmed cars, so it really doesn't fit that great. And that's kind of been the biggest part of what we're doing. I had some traction issues last year, and I want to run a bigger wheel and tire on it this season to hopefully help get some of that power to the ground. The engine bay is all torn apart. Normally it's got a custom short runner from MDM Machine, my buddy Pat White. He's actually made a lot of parts for this car. The kid does awesome work. We're currently removing the blown up HY35 whole set turbo and replacing it with a Garrett model, a GT3582R. It's air to water intercooled, running 1300cc injectors on an 8AN fuel system front to back. I'm running a VR6 pump into a surge tank that feeds a Walboro 255, which we'll probably be looking to upgrade soon. And we're in the middle of installing a staged water meth injection kit from our buddy Scott over at USRT, who's helped out with a lot of the finer points of building power on such an obscure motor. The interior's been switched over to leather, and I painted a lot of the panels to give it a faux European triple black look. We'll be installing a roll cage and a set of racing seats soon, per NHRA rules. All the gauge panels I did by hand. They're from Intellitronics and Glow Shift, as well as an innovative motorsports wideband gauge. I'm gonna have to plug the battery in to show you that, so give me a second. Other than that, the engine bay is shaved. The car is currently lowered on a cup kit, which I broke last season, so we'll be replacing the suspension this season as well. We've added a P1 replica lip on the front. The bumpers have been custom shaved. I have a shaved Phase 1 Vento grill that we're going to be installing too as soon as that comes back from Joe Booth at Perfection Plastics, who's done a lot of the plastic work on this car. We're installing a new replica Vumerin wing on it. I can't afford the real one. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And other than that, we're just going to kind of see where the project takes us and see what kind of power we can make this year and how I can get the car to look. And I'll never be happy with it anyway, so we're just going to keep changing things. So probably one of my favorite modifications that we've been doing to the car over the winter, and I'm going to tell you that every other modification is my favorite because I really took the time to do this car exactly how I wanted. One of my favorite things we've changed over this winter is the hatch has been shaved for probably 3 years now. And right after I did it, it occurred to me that I had nowhere to put the license plate. So for the longest time, it was just screwed onto the back of the bumper, and it looked really cheap and unfinished, and I didn't like it. So my buddy Joe Booth over at Perfection Plastic actually grafted in. This is all plastic welded, a Mark III.5 Cabrio license plate tub. So now it really looks like this car was born to be the way it is in the back, and it really helped pull together a look that I've been trying to figure out for a long time now. So the car is a mess because yet again I've found myself taking everything apart, but the dashboard is a early Vento European Jetta dash. I installed the upper glove box on it. There's actually no glove box in here. That's where I hide all the relays and standalone units that control the car. It's on micro squirt with a Cortex boost and meth controller. And my favorite part of the interior has got to be the gauge cluster. I've got a huge thing about black and green, and I did all custom gauges all the way through, custom gauge panel with Intellitronics in the dash, glow shift everywhere else. Ignore the fact that these are all reading wrong because my engine's in pieces. So originally the shop, or what I was calling myself when I was going and working on other people's cars, was Murder Crew Customs, which was because I started flat blacking all the cars I owned. I did it to a bunch of my buddies' cars. This is all actually spray paint. I've gotten pretty good at it over the years. But when I opened up my first actual garage where I had my own space that we're sitting in now, Murder Crew Customs didn't exactly go well for people. They didn't like the name and it didn't really sound inviting, so I had to come up with something else. And the name Black Magic just came from that same concept of everything I did being blacked out on my own vehicles anyway. And I just kind of thought that it sounded nice, had a nice ring to it, Black Magic Motorsports. And the day we unveiled the new logo and the new name, I booked out the shop for 2.5 weeks or something crazy like that. So I figured the name worked and I decided to stick with it.